So welcome back again. In our last class, we have learned the basic idea of useState, where we had updated the count or incremented some values. But then now in today's class, I will tell you how to update a an object which contains like some person's name or other data like age or ID, something like that. So we want to update that also. So for that I will take one constant variable over here, and that will have an object. So the object name will be person in this case, and then I have to provide some function like to update that person. So that will be set person, and then I'm going to have one. Okay, this is going to be use state, so let's use that use state, and inside this state I'll have the person's name. So this is an object, so name, which will be like a empty string for the moment, and let's add also the age, which is going to be like some value for this time, and then let's have another string like skill, not kill, it's kill, and then we're going to have some value like okay, let it be empty for the moment. Now we have created one object over here, that name is person, and we want to update this object from our front end or these div elements. So I'll comment these lines for the moment, I don't need, and also I comment this function. So what we did so far is we created one object over here by using useState, and in this object we are going to have one name and age and skill. So initially name and skill is like empty string, and age we are having like 30, and then I have just commented out the old lines of codes like on click methods and the function of increment by 6. Now I will take some lines of code over here to update this person useState. So here I'll provide a form over here. So I'll create a form, and inside this form I'm going to have input fields like input type text, and the value is going to be this person's name for this input. So I'll provide that person dot name, and as we are using input type text, or we want to update this input field with onChange, and in our previous classes we have learned how to update the value while we are changing this input fields value, right? So for that we will simply use onChange method over here, and inside onChange we have to send that event, so that we can get that e.target value, something like that, and then set person, and inside set person I'm going to set the value of this input field to the person's name key. So I'll simply type here that key, which is name, and which is going to be e.target dot value. And now we also add one more input field for this skill and the age, that is going to be that input type number person dot age, and instead of name I will have age over here, and again it is text, and this is going to be skill, and the same skill will be replaced over here. Now at last I want to have one paragraph or p tag. Here I want to show the result of this person. So name is going to be the person dot name, and then I'll duplicate this p tag, and that is going to be age, and this is also age, and this one is going to be skill, and this is also skill. Alright, so we have created this person object and also updating this person object from the input field, and I'll remove this stuff we don't need over here. Let's clean it up also, because that is taking up all this space in my screen. Alright, now let's go back to our browser and let's check how this is happening. Let's check this app.js, why these other fields are coming. Okay, so this another component is being called over here, so let's close this, and now let's go back to the browser again. Okay, so now we are having three input fields: name, age and skill, and as you can see age is being displayed over here because that has some value. Now I'll provide some value over here, which is name, and when I'm updating this value, you are seeing that this age is missing over here. It is not, it is changed to nothing. Now let's update this age. Now you can see that we are updating age, but name is missing here again. Also let's update the skill like React, then other two fields are missing. So what is happening in the scene is, behind the scene is, whenever we are updating, we are not taking the previous value of this person object. So that's why it is updating other two values as null. Now let's go back to our code. We have processed how to update the whole object. So for that we'll use some spread operator from ES6 syntax. So here what we are going to do, we are going to take this spread operator and then person, which is basically saying, okay, let's keep the person as it is right now and change only the provided key over here. Also we'll do the same for other fields. So I'll copy this line of code and then paste over here. Remember, we need to provide this comma so that we can separate these two items. And first argument is to take the whole person, whatever the value is there, and then to update only particular key of that person. So now let's save it and let's go back to our browser. Okay, now let's update values. As you can see, we are updating, but the other two values are remaining as it was. So let's update this also, and also skill to like React, Angular, Node. Alright, so this is the way to update the objects in useState. Now in next item, what I'm going to share is the how to update an array or some providing values to an array. So let's go back to our code again, and here I'll create another component which will have updating array functions through useState. So I'll take the name like array, then state, something like that, and .js. As it is going to be again stateless component or functional component, I'll simply copy all the stuffs from here and paste in my array state.js. And instead of counter 1, I'm going to replace the value to array state. Now in this array state, let's call this array state in our app.js also. Let's copy it, and as these two are in same directory, so let's replace only this two, and then let's copy this line and provide the array state component name over here. Now inside array state, instead of having some person object, I'm going to have some array of objects. So here simply I provide some items kind of name, and then over here like set items, and initially the value is going to be an empty array. Alright, now I will have a button over here, and then in this button I'm going to provide some values to this items array, and I also need a list to show that what are the items over there. Or maybe instead of incremental value, we'll have some other stuffs like okay, let it be array, and also we need another variable over here which will have the current name, like the item, and then I'm going to have set the item, something like that, and use state, and initial value it is going to be an empty string. Now I'll provide some okay, let's have one input field over here. Let's delete others and have a button over here. Okay, as we are not submitting anything, so I don't need this form tag, so let it be all clean. And then in this button I'll have on click method. On click I'll have one method, so that is like add item, and here I'm going to provide that add the item, and this input type text I'm going to have the I don't need this. Okay, I'm going to have this value of the item like this, and I'm also changing this item, so set state e dot target dot value. Now here I need a list of what items we are adding to check, so let's have a list over here. So ul, and then I'm going to have li, but before that I'm going to have the mapping, so that we can map all the this array. So it is going to be items dot map, and then in this map function I'm going to send the maybe item, which is an arrow function, and inside this I'm going to have this list, and in this list I'm going to have this item, and here we also need to provide the key. So what I'm going to do, I will update this item, also will provide one key over here or ID, that is going to be that item dot ID, and that is going to be item dot name. Alright, now okay, আমি তোমাকে মিউট করে দিয়েছি বিকজ প্রচুর নয়েজ আসছে, মানে আমি ডিস্ট্রাক্ট হয়ে যাচ্ছি। So okay, so now we have okay, so now okay, we have provided this map method of these items, and we are going to have like item ID then name over here, and now we need to add some items. So we have provided one function name over here, but we have not declared it, so let's declare that over here. Okay, first fix this stuff. Let's let it be like set the item, not set person, and here I'm going to declare this function add item, which is going to be an arrow function. So it is like a constant add item equals to an arrow function, and inside this arrow function I'm going to call this set items, and then as we have learned in just a few moments before that we need to have that spread operator to get the previous items, and then as it is an array, so inside this array I'm going to have the object, and what the ID I'm going to provide here is items dot length, always the last number, and then the value which I'm going to provide is the name equals to the item. Alright, so that's it. I hope it will work. If it doesn't work, we need to call some other hooks. So let's go back to our code and check how it is working. Now let's provide some values like fpill. Okay, it is not updating, so I need to fix that first. The item on change e set the item, okay, there are some error, let me fix that. I guess apple. Now here I am providing add apple. Now you can see we have a list of items. The first item is apple, and then if I provide some other values like mango, and I'm updating this array, and there is no effect, there is no there is no other issues or effect over here. Also, let's check the console if there is some error or not. I hope there will not be any error. Okay, so as you can see there is no error. Now let's change it to some other fruits like kiwi. Add kiwi. Okay, this is appending one after another, and there is no problem of adding one item to an array through this set use state method. Alright guys, so that's all for this video. In our next video we'll learn about the use effects. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate your presence in these classes. Thanks.